We now know what the Ministry of Environment says turned the Goldstream River fluorescent green. Although the chemical is apparently non-toxic, reports out of the United States are raising questions about just how safe it really is. A-News reporter Louise Hartland has that story.
This is anything but natural. The usually clear and clean Goldstream River was transformed into a glowing green mess Wednesday.
The Goldstream River is the heart of this ecosystem and how all of the wildlife depends on it. And hearing that a chemical has been injected into that system that spreads so prolifically makes me nervous.
The Ministry of Environment says test results confirm fluorescein was used to dramatically change the color of the river and the fountain on Veterans Memorial Parkway in Langford. In an email, the ministry says fluorescein is a synthetic organic compound soluble in water and alcohol. It goes on to say fluorescein is not toxic, and the Ministry of Environment staff do not believe that fish or fish habitat were harmed during this incident. That assessment is based on the flow rate of the river, the probable concentration of the chemical, and laboratory results. However, every St. Patrick's Day, fluorescein was used to dye the Chicago River green. That changed when the United States Environmental Protection Agency outlawed its use to change the river's color after it proved fluorescein to be harmful to the waterway. Those findings have nature lovers worried about the long-term effects the chemical could have here. This year, a record low 3,500 chum salmon spawned in the Goldstream River. That's compared to an annual average of 30,000 fish returning every year.
And this year our salmon run was so small that it just feels like these fish are more vulnerable this year. We had, 3,500 chum salmon. So those eggs that are in the river, we don't want any adversity for those eggs. We want them to have the best chance possible. So we'll have to see in 4 years what happens.
Despite the trepidation, staff at the Nature House plan to use the glowing mess as a lesson.
It flowed down the river, the estuary was completely green. So it reminds us that anything we put into that water will very quickly end up out in the middle of the ocean, and the ocean connects everything together. And then also looking at how a very small amount of something can have a huge effect on the river.
For now, Goldstream River appears to be back to normal, and that's how nature lovers hope it will stay. In Langford, Louise Hartland, A-News.